You must have heard about the importance of being selective about the people you listen to, the people you invest time to nurture relationships with, the people that you share life with. Because inadvertently, we tend to be the sum total of the people that we surround ourselves with. We tend to share in their perspectives. We tend to influence their perspective as much as they influence ours. And this is expected in any human relationship because we are expected to feed off of each other's potential, feed off of each other's strengths, and also sometimes their weaknesses and bad habits can also influence us. And that's why usually when it comes to our success circle, we are highly recommended and advised to surround ourselves with people who influence us in the positive direction much more than having a negative impact on us, because eventually the negative influences are much higher on us in settings like those ones. But in today's episode, the focus really is not on people only. While people constitute a huge part of our success circle, they're not the only component of our success circle. Our success circle in reality needs to be kept in balance, yes, by the people that are a part of it, but let me introduce you to a few more aspects of our success circle. Our mental state plays a huge role in our success. The values that we adhere to, the values that we've accepted and that we've implemented in our lives, those right there constitute another important portion of a success circle. The landmarks we have, those immovable, unshakable landmarks that we've, one, discovered, and two, accepted and implemented in our lives, also constitute a huge aspect of our success circle. Because eventually, like we've seen even in previous episodes, our ability to be transformed into the successful version of ourselves is hugely dependent on our capacity to quickly adjust and be transformed, first and foremost, in the way we think. When we are able to accept, to challenge the status quo, when we are able to refuse to settle for the current level and constantly let God transform the way we think, that's how we become mature and more successful. So our mental state, which encompasses the values, the landmarks, our ability to be transformed in the way we think, is hugely a portion as well of our success circle. The second thing beyond just people is the location. There are certain locations that favor the growth of our potential. And this location can be a physical location, or as well, again, it could be a mental space. Now, there's a difference between the mental state and the space. But location is critically important for our success. If we had the best people in our success circle, if we had the best mindset, but we were in a wrong environment, that wrong environment would suffocate our potential. That wrong environment would kill any hopes of greatness within us. So that physical location is absolutely required. And when we even read through scripture, there are moments when we see Jesus retreating to the wilderness. The message of God came to John the Baptist in the wilderness. So while we're expected to be successful, while we're expected to surround ourselves with the best people, espouse the best values, keep our landmarks in check. Another non-negligible component of this is our location, a physical location that favors the nurturing of our greatness. So in the grand scheme of things, there has to be that place where we constantly can retreat to recharge, to meet God, to get instructions before we can go back. And that's a critical part of our success circle. And the last thing is our routine. Routine, not in the sense of doing things one way forever, but when you talk to any high performing athlete, when you talk to any successful person, there are specific things that they've always done and that they continue to do that has led to their current success. And it'll be wisdom and wise for anyone to understand that if something got you to success, you have to maintain that. The content of the routine, or the content of the moment in the routine, might evolve with time, but there's gotta be well-defined moments, set times over the years that we continuously follow and adhere to, and in turn those continue to fuel and sponsor our success. Because eventually you have to remember, the goal is not to just become successful. The goal is to stay succeeding at the highest levels possible. So the roadway, the map, the agenda, the script that led you to your current level of success has to, one, be maintained, and two, need to grow as well. Because inadvertently, your routine is your blueprint for success. Those things that you consistently do over the years and that make, one, you to become a better version of yourself, that becomes what you can duplicate and pass down to generations after you. When you're able to go by a certain routine and a plan, and that works for you, you understand that in those moments, while again the content of the moments defining your routine might evolve, the fact that you had the discipline to have one to begin with would be a huge part of your success. So as we listen in, let's think through these things. Our success circle is hugely dependent on the quality of the persons that share that space with us. That's certain. But it's also about our mental state, the values and landmarks that we adhere to and that we've strongly implemented into our lives. It's about that location that favors our growth, physical location, or it could be a mental location as well. And most importantly, having a routine, a discipline that helps us stay successful. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this, and let's ponder upon this and begin to clean up everything that's toxic to our success, because our success circle is critically important. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you in the next episode.